Susan Relf joins us right now. How are you, Doctor?
Well, I'm just fine, thanks.
It's wonderful to have you, Relf EyeCare Specialist. And we were talking off the air. You actually kind of want to do this as a public service announcement today about lasers, of all things.
Yeah, lasers.
Yeah.
Lasers were big news maybe 10 years ago. There was a lot of talk about, kids using lasers, laser pointers, and causing harm to their eyes, losing vision, that sort of thing. And I assumed that was all old history. That had all been taken care of. These lasers were not really available any longer. But we had a very sad encounter earlier this year with a young man, a high school student, who had gotten a laser online, and probably from overseas, and just casually playing with this laser with himself and a friend caused very significant and permanent vision loss, which is probably going to impact his career choices and the rest of his life. And this was very surprising to us that he was even able to get this laser.
And I thought it was interesting in talking off the air, you brought up the fact, for example, Scotty, if you stare at the sun, you're only going to be able to do that for a second or two because it's going to hurt. These lasers have, as you pointed out, certain degrees of light that the eye can't feel.
Exactly. Some of these lasers emit energy in wavelengths that are way outside the visible spectrum, which means you can't see them. And you would have no idea that you were harming your eyes. And I'm sure this young man had not a clue that he was causing harm. And until 3 or 4 days later, he started having symptoms. So I think it's really important that people, parents and kids and everybody, know that lasers can be dangerous. The ones that are commonly used, like in the classroom as pointers, never look at those. Don't ever aim them at anybody.
Right.
Those are not nearly as likely to cause harm as the larger ones, but even they can cause damage. There are larger, more powerful lasers that apparently are readily available and around in the community.
Yeah. I see the ads on Facebook all the time for it when you scroll through.
Yeah, I see, and I don't because I'm not much on Facebook, but I know that they're out there. And we do have all the specifications, the criteria to look for. If you're wondering, are these lasers safe? Do I have a really dangerous one in my home? They are on our Facebook page, so it's a good place to check. A general rule of thumb, if you have a laser pointer and it's powered by button batteries, it's probably not a terribly powerful one. It's probably not a super dangerous one like the one that this young man used. Nonetheless, I would not be looking into it. I wouldn't shine it in anybody's face, your friends, your siblings, your parents, your dog, anything like that. Any laser that's powered by a AAA, a AA, or a rechargeable battery, that really should not be around. Lasers like that are often used for light shows, entertainment. They can be used in the shop for cutting metal. They are available as pointers online, and they certainly are something that nobody should be using without proper eye protection, proper education. It's a very specific use for those. If it's not around the house, it's not for playing.
If you want to find out more information on this topic, you can do so by going online, relfeyeCare.com, and get hold of the folks at Relf EyeCare Specialist. The best care for your eyes, Dr. Susan Relf and Relf EyeCare Specialist. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.